again, and today I'm here for 24 hours to see if we can't get the 70 pounder that's supposed to be in the lake. So we're going to give it a go, see if we can't get the monster. Near the specimen that we're looking for, but it is a very small catfish. But it just goes to show, just by changing that and putting the hair rig on there, it's obviously small catfish that have been taking the bait or going for it, and not being able to hook them because they're just hanging on the bait. But putting it on the hair, the hook's more exposed and he's been able to take it. But if he weighs 2.5 pounds, well, I'm bigging him up, but it is a start. It truly is a wonderful morning. There we go, first fish of the trip. Well, he's not in yet, but we got him on. Look at that rod going. Right, see if we can get him in and see what he weighs. Well, I ended up losing that one. It's probably my own fault, arsing around too much, trying to get the camera going and stuff like that, not pay attention to the fish. But he got away, he didn't snap me up, he just got off, he just threw the hook. So I guess if there's any way to lose them, that's the best way, that they're not going with gear in them or anything like that. But yeah, sorry, I keep getting my floats over there, so keep looking at it. So I'm going to get another bait out and see what happens. Well, I've been skunked about 3 more times. I don't know why I'm not hooking them. So what I've done is, on the float now, instead of just using the hook, I've put a hair rig on there. So it makes the hook more freer and more exposed, and then hopefully that might do the trick. But yeah, it's just not looking good so far, or I'm being useless. Probably that. It's the trip of heartbreak, really. I don't know if you can see this. Here, there's my line. That's 90 pound mono, and I hook something over by the island over there, and I have to slam the anchors on it and try and get it out, because otherwise if it goes into the root system over there, I've had it. So I'm wound down tight to it, and it's starting to move it, and it's bending the rod in half. I thought it was going to break the rod, and then just after a couple of minutes it just bit straight through. So I mean, they say that the fish in here go to 70 pound, but I've never had one, and I've had them up to 80 something pound, and I've never had one go through it like that. But I don't know, I guess if it just got on its teeth right, you know, they are sharp even though they are tiny. But yes, it is the trip of heartbreak so far. Okay, I'll get back if we get a fish. Well, at last, managed to get another one out off the island. He's probably 30 pound. But gave me a nice little scrap on the float. But they are right tight to the island. And of course, if you get a really big one, it makes it really difficult, because as I said before, you've got to put the anchors on them to try and get them away from there. And then you can play them when they're out away from the island. but they've got a lot of life in them. Anyway, let's get this boy back. Catfish number 3. Look at this one. His tail's been eaten off at some point. He's like a little stumpy one. Ergo, I now knight you, Stumpy. Right, so just had another one on the dumbbell rig. There, on herring. And there he is. I think we had this fish the other week when I was up here with Chris. And Chris caught this at about £30, I think it was. So I'm not going to bother weighing it, but I'll say it's about 30. It's got quite a head on him and a belly. But yeah. Nice enough, isn't you, mate? There we go. Wow. Just as the gate closed, it's the night session starting now. I just grabbed this lovely 42-pounder. Which gave me a bit of a scrap, I must admit. He went flying across the lake. So I must just be really, really out of shape these days. Anyway, nice old fish on the dumbbell rig. There it is. There it is. Oh, the weight shot right up the end there. Dumbbell rig. Just hook on the end. It's a bit of squid. Bit of squid. Yeah. Right then, me old mucker. Say goodbye. Bye. Lovely. He's not a monster. He's one of the darkest coloured ones I've ever seen. But yeah, he's probably about £15, something like that. But still nice. So I don't know if you can see my dumbbell rig. About there. The float in the background is one that I'm going to have to ask Dan the bailiff to get for me at some point. He'll just get it for me next time I'm up here. I'll pick it up off of him. But the dumbbell rig, look, you can see I'm trying to get it as close to the island as possible. I don't know what I'm going to do when it gets dark. I brought some starlights with me, like rod tip lights. And I was going to put them on the bar of the dumbbell. And just fix them onto there, glue them onto there, and just see if I can see them. But the reason I think that I've lost so many fish today is because I checked my hooks earlier. My cousin came up to see me for about an hour or two, and he said, "Oh, have you checked your hooks to see if they're sharp?" And I was like, "Well, I use a different, brand new trace every time." But clearly I wasn't. I was using the ones that I'd had from last time, and yeah, those hooks were pretty blunt. So my new rule now is, once I've used a hook for a session, if it's caught fish on it, that's it. It's going. I'm going to have to replace it, because one of the fish that I did hook into today was a monster, and I lost it. Oh, but actually that one bit me off. So that wasn't to do with the sharpness of the hook, but I've lost so many today where the hook's just not sitting home. And I think that's what it is, blunt hooks. So there you go, lesson learned. When you drop 13 fish, there's got to be something wrong with your rig. But anyway, oh, there's so many midges out here. Let's see what the night brings. Wow, here we go. Oh, I don't know if I can... Oh, shit. Hang on. What the friggin'... Huh. There he is. First one of the night, I'd say. again, he's probably about £30. Same sort of size as the one earlier. Yeah. Right, let's get him back in, getting the bait out.